is an American brand of microwavable turnovers generally containing one or more types of cheese, meat, or vegetables. Hot Pockets was founded by the Chef America Inc. Since April 20th, 2002, they've been produced by Nestle. Is that correct? Hot Pockets was founded by the Chef America Inc. Just Chef America Inc. Am I crazy? Product. There are 50 varieties of the traditional Hot Pocket, including breakfast. Hey, the breakfast one is good. I've had it. Lunch and dinner varieties. I mean, if you like egg and cheese pockets, then get the breakfast Hot Pocket. Not a sponsor, by the way. This was a request. Matt Larson requested this one. What's up, dude? Nestle also offers lean pockets. They're also good. I've had those pretzel bread Hot Pockets, Hot Pocket croissants, crust, formerly called croissant pockets. Those are also awesome. Hot Pockets breakfast items, Hot Pockets breakfast snack bites, and Hot Pockets side shots. Nestle formerly produced Hot Pie Express, Hot Pocket Pizza Minis, originally called Hot Pockets Pizza Snacks, Hot Pockets Subs, Hot Pockets Calzones, Hot Pockets Panini, and Hot Pockets Breakfast Fruit Pastries. Hot Pockets are viewed as an after-school staple. Absolutely. Individual Hot Pockets contain about 350 calories, so two things there. One, I'm looking at Hot Pockets breakfast fruit pastries, and I'm saying, like, yeah, you can't mess with Pillsbury toaster strudels, so you're gonna get blown out of the water there. So good call pulling back there. And then second, the Hot Pockets viewed as an after-school staple. My stepmom used to get them from Costco, the ham and cheese ones for us, but also on weekends I wasn't allowed to eat Hot Pocket. Let me separate my thoughts there. I wasn't allowed to eat Hot Pockets when I was young. It's a long story. Lived with my mom, then lived with my stepmom. My mom wouldn't let me eat the Hot Pockets. My stepmom would. She was awesome. Both of them were awesome. I'm straying from the point. So with my mom, I would actually go to my friends. I would sneak Hot Pockets on the weekend. So I would really like going over to my friend Matt's house, and we would go swimming. And look, I got into really crazy stuff at a really young age, so we did a bunch of other stuff, but we ate the Hot Pockets, and that made me feel good. I liked Hot Pockets. Thank you for listening to my story. Let me continue with the history of Hot Pockets. Hot Pockets were developed by Paul Mirage and his brother David through their company Chef America Inc. Chef America invented a packaging sleeve and dough formula to keep its calzone-like sandwiches crispy when cooked in a microwave. In 1980, Chef America introduced its first stuffed sandwich, the Tasty Witch, the predecessor to the Hot Pocket. It says of, I'm saying to, so that was in 1980. In 1980 is when this idea of the first stuffed sandwich came around, called the Tasty Witch, the predecessor of the Hot Pocket. Hot Pockets supplanted Tasty Witches in 1983, first sold to restaurants because they were easier to break into than retail stores. Oh, okay. On May 22nd, 2002, Chef America was sold to Nestle. Hot Pocket products were a $2 billion category of frozen sandwiches and snacks. Breakfast-style Hot Pockets were introduced in 2001. Okay, so 1 year before they sold to Nestle, and that does make sense. The thing I told you about, going over to my friend's house when I was really young, dude, that was in 93, 92, 93, and everyone was eating the Hot Pockets, like ham and cheese and pepperoni ones, even back then. So they were monsters for a really long time. Well, as it says here, 1980, well, the 1983, at least that's when they supplanted the Tasty Witch. Okay, sales. Citing reduced sales in 2011, Nestle announced that it would cut employee numbers at its California factory. U.S. sales were about $610 million in 2010, down $44 million from the previous year, according to Euromonitor International data. Wow, $610 million in 2010 alone. Paul Grimwood took over Nestle S.A.'s struggling U.S. operations in 2011. What is Nestle S.A.? Is that South America? I don't know. In an attempt to bolster the failing brand by improving its supply chain, Grimwood made the decision to drop the calzone version of the Hot Pockets and the quesadilla lean pockets, reducing the number of doughs needed. Okay. Nestle executive Chris Johnson points to an end of extended SNAP benefits, SNAP benefits, in 2013 as the cause of the fall in sales, stating SNAP benefits recipients are a big part of the consumption of this this particular product. Okay, Comedic References. Of course, the one everyone's thinking of, comedian Jim Gaffigan is well known for his material poking fun at Hot Pockets. This material is so popular among fans that he is regularly offered Hot Pockets while on tour. Nestle confirms that they had no influence with this stand-up comedy. In a 2015 installment of the comic strip Wizard of Id, the Huns employed a Trojan Hot Pocket in their perpetual war against the kingdom of Id, with the intention of causing them to kill themselves slowly. Actor DJ Qualls plays a hacker in the 2003 science fiction film The Core, who subsists solely on the microwavable snack. I do remember that. Product recalls 2014, contaminated meat. In 2014, Nestle USA recalled 238,000 cases of its Hot Pockets because they may have contained meat from a massive recall of about 8.7 million pounds. That's 3.9 million kilograms of meat from diseased and unsound animals. Nestle stated that a small quantity of meat from the Rancho Feeding Corp, shout out Rancho Feeding Corp, was used to make Hot Pockets. The USDA described the food as unfit for humans. Holy cow, do you see what I did there? This Rancho Feeding Corp meat recall was based out of a production facility in California, but the recalled Hot Pockets were distributed nationwide. The two types of Hot Pockets involved in the recall were the Philly steak and cheese and the croissant crust Philly steak and cheese. Both of those are banging. A full federal inspection was not performed, and there were no illnesses reported in connection to this recall. Customers who bought the recalled products were refunded by contacting Nestle consumer service. I wonder how many people actually do those things. You know, like, I'll just throw it out. Do you actually go? I'll actually bring stuff back to Costco if it's bad because they just give you instant store credit. But I'm curious how many people actually like do the mail-in stuff for that kind of situation. You know? Trivia question. Let's put it in here. Give me the name of the cat the lasagna lover wanted to always send to Abu Dhabi. If you know, you know. I'll leave it in the comments. Be the first one to answer in the comments. I'll pin you to the top. 2020 to 2021, glass and plastic fragments. In January 2021, some batches of Hot Pockets produced during November 13th through 16th, 2020, were found to contain pieces of glass or hard plastic, posing a choking and laceration risk. Oh God. The USDA issued a Class 1 recall because use of the product will cause serious adverse health consequences or death. Affected products include premium pepperoni made with pork and chicken and beef pizza with a garlic buttery crust. Yeah, they're still delicious. I don't care. The ham and cheese are like the staple, right? Ham and cheese or pepperoni. Which Hot Pocket? What's the best Hot Pocket? Let's strike up a conversation. Let's get a conversation going here, people. Ham and cheese was my go-to when I was a kid, like I was talking about in those weekend days, but then the pepperoni is what I was eating when my stepmom bought them when I was like a teenager and into my early 20s. So, I don't know. It's a toss-up for me between but they're all good. Anyway, that was too short. I want to read about calzones also. Let's keep it going. So we've got calzones, which I can absolutely obliterate when I go to any restaurant. I went to, what's it called? Not Maria's Italian Kitchen. Was the one, the pizza cookery, the one over there on Topanga. And I ate a calzone. I ordered a calzone. She's like, okay, and brings it. And I finish it. And she was like amazed because I guess it was for a family. I ate a family-sized calzone. She actually warned me ahead of time. She goes, it's big. I'm like, it's okay, I'm hungry. And then I ate the whole thing. I have pictures of it. I should actually post it. It was so good. What, I'm going to stop if I have room in my stomach and there's a calzone in front of me? You think I'm stopping? No, man. A calzone, stocking, or trouser is an Italian oven-baked folded pizza, often described as a turnover, made with leavened dough. It originated in Naples in the 18th century. A typical calzone is made from salted bread dough, baked in an oven, and is stuffed with salami, ham or vegetables, mozzarella, ricotta, and Parmesan or pecorino cheese, as well as an egg. Different regional variations in or on a calzone can often include other ingredients that are normally associated with pizza toppings. The term usually applies to an oven-baked turnover rather than a fried pastry. That would be a panzerotti, is what it says, panzerotti. Though calzone and panzerotti are often mistaken for each other. If they're deep fried, that sounds good. I've never even heard of that. A calzone is similar to a stromboli, an Italian-American pizza turnover, and the two are sometimes confused. Unlike strombolis, which are generally rolled or folded into a cylindrical or rectangular shape, calzones are always folded into a crescent shape and typically do not contain tomato sauce inside. Okay, but strombolis do, huh? Yeah, they do. Okay. Regional variations. In Italy, sandwich-sized calzones are often sold at Italian lunch counters or by street vendors because they are easy to eat while standing up or walking. Absolutely. Fried versions of the calzone are typically filled with tomato and mozzarella. These are made in Apulia and are called panzerotti, like we just learned. In Basilicata, a variety of calzone is known as pastiz. There you go, there's the double Z, pastiz, which originated between the 18th and 19th century. Pork, or more rarely goat meat, eggs, and cheese are main ingredients for the filling. The Sicilian, what is that? Cudiruni, is it Cidiruni or Kidi or Cidiruni pizza is distantly related to the calzone. This is a dish stuffed with onions or sometimes other vegetables such as potatoes or broccoli, anchovies, olives, cheese, and mortadella. That rolled pizza dough is folded into over the stuffing and the edges are sealed before the dish is fried. They're like crimped, like a pizza crimping, you know, they look cool. In the United States, calzones are typically made from pizza dough and stuffed with meats, cheeses, and vegetables. Traditional calzone dough consisting of flour, yeast, olive oil, water, and salt is kneaded and rolled into medium-sized discs. Each is then filled with cheeses such as ricotta, mozzarella, parmesan, provolone, and other traditional vegetables or meats. The dough is then folded in half over the filling and sealed with an egg mixture in a half-moon shape, or is sometimes shaped into a ball by pinching and sealing all the edges at the top. It is then either baked or fried. In some areas, just before serving, they are topped with marinara or other traditional sauce, or with a mixture of garlic, olive oil, and parsley. Cultural notes: in Italy, as of the 1960s, calzones were popularly believed to be the most efficient type of pizza for home delivery. Well, absolutely. Calzones should be more popular. That's what I always say. Calzones should be more popular. Everyone hears me say it all the time. Hear me now. Calzones should be more popular. You hear me? And in fact, I'm going to go eat one tonight. Maybe I will. And if I can't find one, I'm going to go buy a pizza and I'm going to fold it in half. And that's where I'm going to go right now. In fact, I'm very hungry. Okay, let's talk in the note. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, toss me a like and subscribe. It helps the algorithm. And I actually did find when I say that, on the videos where I actually say that, the like to view ratio is actually way higher. It actually works. It's really weird. So I guess people do listen to it. It's fascinating. So, and thank you, by the way. I appreciate that. Anyway, I'll talk to you in the comments. Thank you. Yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.